Okay, our next and last part of the application of Gauss theorem, that is electric field intensity due to uniformly charged infinite conducting slab. Okay, now there are two new terms. One is conducting, another one slab. Slab means it is basically three-dimensional thing. Slab means it has length, breadth, and height. Okay, so slab means there are many layers, not one layer. There are many layers. And conducting, this is very important part. Conducting means if you give some charge to this slab, then charge will reside only on its outer face. Okay, charge will reside only on its outer surface. Okay, that means this slab has two surfaces, like this duster. This thing has two surfaces. This one is this, one is this. Okay, this thickness is very small and it is infinite, so we can ignore this thickness with respect to its surface area. Okay, so if we give positive charges to this thing, then positive charge will lie only on this surface and the surface opposite to this one. So there are two surfaces on which charges are lying. Okay, so the charges are lying on its surface, so again and it is infinite, so we do not know about the total charge. We know about the charge density, that is here surface charge density again, surface charge density, and that is denoted by sigma, and it is constant. Okay, it is constant. Okay, so again we have to find electric field intensity at any point at a perpendicular distance r from this surface. Okay, so we will take another distance which is exactly opposite to this surface, and at the same distance from that one, that is also r. Okay, so next thing we have to draw Gaussian surface. So again here it will look like a cylinder. Okay, so it will look like a cylinder, and the two flat surface of that cylinder will pass through these points. Okay, will pass through these points. So it will look like this one. It will look like this on this surface will pass through the point. Okay, and the surface, these two flat surfaces I am taking A and A. Okay, so this is cylinder and this is the Gaussian surface, and here also the Gaussian surface has three different surfaces, that is two flat surfaces, this one and one curved surface. Okay, again these 2 points are the same distance from these surfaces, so electric field intensity will be same. So this is ds1 and electric field intensity will be in this direction. Here on the flat surface this is ds2 and electric field will act in this direction. Okay, here this is ds3 and electric field will also go in this direction. Okay, so again we will find here the total charge enclosed by the Gaussian surface. Now again the charge enclosed means charge enclosed by this area only. Okay, this area. Okay, charge enclosed by this area. So this is A, means this part will also be A. This is on one face. So there is another place on which the charges are there. Okay, here charges are on two surfaces. Okay, this surface and exactly opposite surface. So we will get another flat area, that is also A. Okay, so here we get two surfaces inside the charges of these two surfaces we have to consider. So charge enclosed here, Q enclosed, that means surface charge density into area. How much area here? A. One is for this surface, another is for the opposite surface. So this is the basic difference like the previous one. So it is 2 sigma A. Other calculations are exactly similar, only the difference is here. Okay. So close integral again, close integral E dot ds equal to q enclosed by epsilon 0, that is 2 sigma A by epsilon 0. Again I am breaking into 3 parts, that is S1 E dot ds1 plus S2 E dot ds2 plus integration S3. So E dot ds3 equal to 2 sigma A by epsilon 0. Okay. So here E and ds1 in the same direction, that means 0 degree, and dot product cos 0 degree, that is 1. Okay, I am not writing it here again. So E dot ds1 only. ds2 and E are at perpendicular direction, so cos 90 means 0. Okay, so again it will be 0. And third one again along the same direction, E and ds3, so it will be only E and ds3. Okay, so now two flat surfaces are at the same distance r, so E will be constant. So E integration ds1 s1 plus E integration ds3 s3 equal to 2 sigma A by epsilon 0. Okay, so integration ds1 means total surface area of this flat surface, and integration ds3 means total surface area of this flat surface. So this will be A, I have taken it. Okay, this will also be A, I have taken it. Okay, so total will be 2EA. So 2EA equal to this one. Okay, equal to 2 sigma A by epsilon 0. Now 2 cancel out, A cancel out. So E will be sigma by epsilon 0. Okay, so this is the magnitude part only. Now we have to write it in proper form, that is vector form. So it will be what? E vector equal to sigma by epsilon 0 and in which direction? R cap. Okay, if it is positively charged conducting slab, then it will go along positive r cap direction. If it is negative, then it will go along negative r cap direction. So this is the magnitude. Okay, this is the proper expression of electric field intensity at any point r which is a perpendicular distance from this conducting slab. Okay, now look at this expression also. There is no r term in this magnitude, so it is constant. Okay, at any distance. So again here we have to consider that point P which is very near to this slab. If we take any point very far to this slab, then slab will look like a point charge. Okay, then we will not get this thing. Okay, so I am writing it here. That is E equal to sigma by epsilon 0 r cap. This is true for points very near to the slab. Okay, again there is no variation of electric field intensity with R, so the graph will look like this is in Newton per coulomb, this is distance in meter, and it will look like constant, and this represent E equal to sigma by epsilon 0. Okay, this is the proper graph. Okay, now as it is a conductor, so there is no charge inside the slab, that means no electric field inside the slab. Okay, there is no electric field intensity inside the slab. Only electric film density will be outside the slab. Okay. So this is our last thing, and this is our last thing on application of Gauss theorem. And these are the calculation and derivations. These are very important, and graphs are also very important. I am talking about a question here, small question. Okay. So electric field density due to E due to slab. E due to slab is what? That is sigma by epsilon 0. Okay. And I am taking infinite plane sheet. Okay. Plane sheet of same charge density sigma, and it is sigma by 2 epsilon. Okay. So what is the relation between them? What is the relation between them? The relation will be E slab equal to 2 into E plane sheet. Okay. This may come as an MCQ or short question. Okay. What is the relation between this? Okay. E slab equal to 2 into plane sheet. You can check 2 into plane sheet means sigma by epsilon. So this is okay. Understand properly? Fine.